Hi, this is Jimmy Brown from Guitar World, and today I'm going to teach you how to tune your guitar by ear using octaves. So we have our low E string, then we have our A string. We're going to tune the higher string, lower string. And the octave method, you're going to find an E note an octave higher on the A string. It's also at the 12th fret on the low E string. That's octave. You obviously can't tune a string to itself, right? So you're going to play that same E note over here, 7th fret on the A string. So you're going to compare the sound of the low E, pick near the bridge, use your bridge pickup, you hear it better. And it should sound nice and even. You get like a flat line sound. And if they're out of tune, you're going to hear a dissonance, like a pulsating. It's called the beat frequency. And I'll demonstrate. I'll throw my A string slightly flat. And then when I go to do this, you're going to hear this horrible, and then I'm going to reach over with my picking hand and correct it. Do it again, I'll test it. Now, if I overshoot it, see, you hear that creeping again? So if you're unsure, just always dump it back down from below. Always better to tune up from below. Okay, and then do it again. Try to get it quickly before the notes die out. It's like golfing. You want to get it in as few strokes as possible. When you hear that beating come to a stop, then stop tuning. Don't overshoot it. So I tune my A string from my E string using the octave method. Next step is to do the exact same thing. I'm going to find an A note. Here's A string, right? That's the A octave note. I'm going to play that note on the D string's 7th fret. So I'm going to pick the open A string first, then the octave. And they should have that nice even sound like they're in perfect harmony with each other. Again, if it's flat, you're going to hear this. It's a really fast. And I corrected it. So now we have, you hear a slight pulsating and you're not sure, always good to dump it down and come back up again. So you want to hold that octave note and let the open string ring, pick them and then reach over with your right hand, tune before the notes die out. Okay. I want to point out, make sure you don't push down too hard because that's going to cause the string to go sharp. Don't push down any harder than you would when you're playing. Okay, now I'm going to tune the G string off of the D string. And I'll do that by playing the D note at the 7th fret on the G string, which is an octave higher than the open string. Okay, you can hear it's a little out. If I press down too hard, it's going to make it go noticeably sharp. So don't press down too hard. And so I'll scoop it down from below and then come up. That's what you want, that nice even sound. Okay, now to tune the B string off the G string, you have to go up a fret to the 8th fret. It has to do with the way the two strings are tuned. So I'm going to play the open G and then pick this G note at the 8th fret on the B string. You can pick them in succession like that, where it's thrown together. And if you hear any kind of turbulence, scoop it down from below and come up again. So you get a reference. You hear it slowing down and speeding up. That's very useful to hear that slowing down. Try not to overshoot it, because then you'll save yourself a lot of time having to redo it. Okay, I think I got it pretty good. Now finally, to tune the high E string off the B string, I'm going to play this B note, the 7th fret. I'm going to pick the B string first, and then the octave. That sounds pretty close. What you want is a pleasing sound. So I think I got it. Again, to review, it's and then 8th fret, and back to the 7th fret. And you should be good to go.